Well, good morning and welcome to the Make More Money Mastermind with Chris, Dennis, Ghislain, La Rochelle, and me, Eric Olala. We are your hosts today. We're glad that you could be joining us on this lovely Thursday morning. I know it's taking busy time out of your schedule, so I want to just thank you guys for joining us and coming to get some inspiration. And we do hope that you get some inspiration, some hope, encouragement on ways to make more money through this mastermind. So in one moment, I'm going to invite Ghislain and Chris. Chris is running just a few minutes late. I'm going to invite them to introduce themselves. But before we do that, we want to ask the question of why the Make More Money Mastermind. Well, the three of us got together and we were asking ourselves the question of what can we do? How can we help? How can we provide something that's going to be of benefit to them and also talks about things that we care about in our own lives as well. And we all looked around and we said, you know what? The Make More Money Mastermind. We want to help other people make money. We want to make more money. And we want to be able to talk about the things that help with that. And so you have the Make More Money Mastermind. Now you should be clear about the Make More Money Mastermind that it's not just about business ideas. We will be talking about a lot of business ideas over the course of our mastermind, but we're going to be talking about a lot of additional things as well, because we believe that if you're making it right, if you're making money right, it's going to affect every area of your life. It's going to affect your character, your time, your family, your relationships, your health. It's going to affect all of that. And you know, I've grown up and I've often heard the phrase that, you know, money is the root of all evil. And, you know, it's bad to be wealthy and rich. And I don't know about you, but when I don't have money, I don't have anything. So they say that money is not everything. Well, if you don't have any money, you don't have anything anyways, because you can't buy things without money. And I don't know about you, but when I don't have money, I have a lot more worry and stress than I do happiness. And if I'm broke and poor, I have a lot more evil thoughts coming across my brain than normal. So we here on this mastermind, we are believers in the idea of making money. We are believers in the idea of improving your character and your life and your relationships as a part of that. So with that being said, I want to invite Ghislain to go ahead and give his introduction. We'll have Chris, when he's able to get on, we'll have him do his introduction. But Ghislain, please tell us a little bit about yourself and we'll kick it off from there.
My name is Ghislain and Rochelle. I'm an engineer. I have an MBA also, and I have a company in Quebec, in Montreal, where I teach people how to invest in real estate, either on multi-residential units, commercial, land development, cottage rentals, or commercial. I already said this one. And we train a lot of people every year, and I like the 10x. I like the different ways to make money. And on my presentation, I will show you a few things that I did in the last years to make more money.
Excellent. And I'm Eric Olala. I'm the CEO and owner of Eric Olala Consulting. And so we help businesses and enterprise owners and top executives increase their revenues 30% in 90 days. And we help them 2x to 10x their company in 24 to 48 months. And I'm also a Grant Cardone licensee and a 10x certified coach and mentor. So with that being said, we do have a little bit of an thing that I want to show you here. I'm going to share my screen again. We will speak about this more later on, but I just know that this is early in the morning, so people may have to drop off early. But we want to be able to make sure that you're able to get the offers that we have. So we have offers that we're going to be dropping at the last part of this meeting. And we'll just mention it briefly here. We're going to be selling the 10X Boot Camp Interactive. That takes place in November. Now, this would be a virtual event that you can join interactive. It's normally a $7,991 event, and we are giving it to you today for $497. Now, these are US prices, so you can just take that into your, I'm going to drop that into the chat, that link there. And the other offer that we have, this is the interactive one. This is the actual live boot camp that you can go to in Miami. It is $997. We're going to be selling that today. So we're going to drop these two links. So you can either do the interactive one or you can do the live one. And we'll share more about that at the end of the meeting today. And I'll drop this both on our Facebook, and I'll also drop this in the chat for those that are on Zoom. Okay, with that being said, in our advertisement of this program, our topic for today is we want to talk about how do you dissolve fears? How do you eliminate procrastination? How do you go from just focusing on the basics and the bare minimum? How do you start producing an abundant lifestyle and focusing on an abundance mindset? And particularly on our advertisement, we said that the 10X rule will share with you how to do that. And so today, I'm excited about this topic, Ghislain. I'm excited that we are able to share about the 10X rule and how people can, they can incorporate it into their lives and have things change for them. And so I'm going to invite you, Ghislain, why don't you share with our audience and we can start the dialogue here. What is the 10X rule? And what has it done in your personal life, and how could it help us in being able to make more money and improve our own lives?
Sure. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invitation today for the I would say a podcast. I will talk about the 10X for me, what it means. What does 10X means for me? You should set targets for yourself that are 10 times greater than what you believe you can achieve. And I will give you example just in a few slides of what I have done. If a goal is to increase revenue by 5%, using the 10X rule, you should increase it by 50%. So that's the first meaning for me, set big targets goal. The second meaning for me is you should take action that are 10 times greater than what you believe that are necessary to achieve your goals. It means take action, take action, take action. If you put some very nice goals and you do nothing, you won't be able to reach it. And the big challenge everybody has is the biggest mistake most people make in life is not setting goals high enough. And I'm in real estate. I train in real estate, and often I see students, this year they want to buy a duplex, two apartment units, apartment units. And next year they will wait, and the week after they will buy a triplex. It's not big enough. They are able to do 20 units this year. If they have the right knowledge, the way to do it, they put a lot of action, they will be able to do that. I will share with you a few 10x things that happened in my life. In 2012, I decided I want to write 10 books, okay? And I have never written a book before. 2012, the book here in orange, that's my first book. And last September, I was able to finish writing, and it's now into a library. The last one, the green one over there, what is the, should I incorporate myself? I did it with an accountant and a lawyer. So 10 years, 10 books. Just the last one took me 2 years to write. So it's a lot of work, but when you do a bit every day, a bit every day, a bit every day, you are able to achieve great things. Other things that I have been able to achieve is multi-residential units. In 2019, I had 80 units, multi-residential units. My goal with my partner was, what about if in the end of December 2025, we buy 800 units? Before that, we buy 800 units. And this week, I was calculating how many I have now. At the end of 2022, I have 425 units. I have 120 in construction. They will dig the hole next week. And I have another 60 units under preparation. The drawings, everything is at the architect, and probably we will start July next year, the construction. So around 600 units. So I have 2 years to go to 800. And I never had 100 units before in the 2019. So when you put the effort, when you put a great goal, a big goal, you're able to achieve it. The top picture here, you see all my partners for the 96 units I just bought, brand new. They didn't even have a year old, and I bought it in June, last June. And here I bought that in 2021. It's a 37 buildings, 6 and 8 plex that I bought in 2021. So when you want, you're able to achieve great results. Another result that I have achieved in the last years, land development for short-term cottage rentals. April 2021, last year, I had none. I have never done that before. My goal with my partner was to do 200 lots in 2 years. 200 in 2 years. So for April next year, I want to have 200 lots. And probably at the end of this year or beginning of 2023, I will have 249 lots for sale. A lot are already sold, but there is still a few to sell, not a few, but a lot to sell in the next 2 years. And we are, for the people who knows Montreal area, we are in the north side of Montreal in the Laurentide area. So a nice place to develop and invest time and money over there. So my question to you is, what do you have to do now okay? Your thoughts and action are the reason you are where you are now. You have to remember that. In order to go further than what you presently have, you have to think bigger. You have to act at a level of 10x beyond the norm. Why keep working once you have achieved a certain financial level of success? Because you can be happy while you accomplish things, but not while resting and doing nothing. I will give you an example. My neighbor is 60 years old, and he decided about a month ago to leave his job and do something else, but he doesn't know what to do. So he's not accomplishing himself, and he has challenges, and it's only after a month. So he's not able to stay resting and do nothing. So we have to work. We have to not work, but we have to do things and do our passion. The most common mistake people do, there is 4. Setting your sights too low. You want to reach something and it's too low. It's very hard to reach it often. Common mistake number 2, underestimating how much action is required. Just think about the land development, all of the permits, all of the city talk we had to do. We had to build the road. We have to build everything. So it's a lot of work, but you have to do it. And often people underestimate what is required. The common mistake number 3, spending too much time competing and not enough dominating the sector. So you always have competition around you. You have to dominate. You have to be creative. You have to be to change the world in front of you so people will follow you. Common mistake number 4, underestimating the amount of adversity that you will have to overcome. What I mean by that is you will have employees that will say, no, it's impossible to do a 10x. You will have employee, your wife, your friend, your partner will say, no, it's not possible. The city hall will say it's not possible. Your real estate agent will say that. So you will have a lot of adversity, and you will have to overcome that. Any goal you set is going to be difficult to achieve. So why not put it higher? If you put it higher and you don't get very close, at least you did better than what you expected. You will either work to accomplish your goals and dreams. You'll be used to accomplish someone else's goals and dreams. So either you work for yourself or you accomplish the goals of someone else. Never reduce a target. If you have challenges, you have problems, do not explain away failure. Always increase your action to be able to reach it. Nobody wins when you diminish the importance of success. It's very important to know that. If your duty is to be successful, do not view success as an option. Very important. Being dependent of only one person, one solution, one product for success is a failure. Winners bring success from many different avenues. Success by others is an indication that something is possible. It should inspire you. You see somebody in your market that is doing well. Let's have a look on him. What is he doing? And copy. If you want, copy him, and you will see what is happening. Those who use blame as a reason for not achieving success will never be successful. Victim thinking doesn't benefit you. And probably around you, you have some people that are victim of everything, victim of the government, victim because they don't earn enough money, victim of their wife, victim of their divorce, everything around ourselves, around us, we all have victim. So don't play the game of to be the victim. If you're willing to take credit when you win, then you have to be willing to take responsibility also when you lose. Even when bad luck or random events, like presently, the interest rate is going up. It's a challenge presently to get financing in real estate. It's possible to do it. We just need to know how to do it. And there's always something you can do to better prepare yourself next time. If people comment on your level of action, then you're doing something right. If they say, Ghislain, I see him often on Facebook, I see him on TikTok, I see him on YouTube, I see him everywhere. That's probably something I'm doing right. Top achievers don't copy or compete, they dominate. They set the pace in front of the other. Never play by the agreed upon norms of your industry. Create new ways to dominate your market, your sector. Like ImoFacil, what we have done, we have developed a new trainings for the short-term cottage rentals. And it's working very well. We're probably the only one in Canada that has so many training on cottage rentals. You don't have to be the first to do something. You should be the best one to do it. Fear is a signal to do what you feel right now. Do not feed by waiting and let it build. Take action. Nobody will save you or make you successful. You have to take action yourself. Powerful companies, brands are omnipresent on the market. So you need to be everywhere. Duplicate the thoughts and action of successful people, and you too, you will become successful. Approach everything with the attitude that it can be done. Henry Ford said that if you think it can be done, you will succeed. If you think you can't do it, you won't be able to do it. So it's in your head. Henry Ford has said that. Believe that you will, and you will figure out how to do it. Don't worry about how much work it is. Think about how great the results will be. Commit first, figure out later what to do. In 2018, we launched a new product, a video training, and we didn't know how to do it. What we decided to do, we launched it, and every week we were asking the customers what they wanted for the next subject. So we were designing it every week for 10 weeks. It was a lot of work, but it was a great training we were able to do. So commit first, figure out the details after. Reach up in your relationships. Find people better than you and bring them with you. Taking massive actions is the only way to fulfill your true potential. My question to you now is, what do you have to do now to reach the 10x? If you want to contact me, I have my phone number and email there. It will be a pleasure to help you reach your 10x goals. Thank you, Eric. It's now your turn.
What I like to do now is we're going to post some questions in the chat here for our participants. So there's 3 questions for you that I'd like you to take out a pen and paper, or if you're on your computer or on your phone, just pull up some notes. And I want you to jot down real quick, in your own words, what is the 10X rule? And just based on what Ghislain has shared about today, just in your own words, what is the 10X rule? And then number 2, how can the 10X rule help you adjust your thinking regarding focusing on basic needs versus aiming for abundance? And then number 3, how can I start applying the 10X rule in my life today? What action steps do I need to take, and in what areas of my life? And where do I need to 10X my thinking? Where do I need to 10X my actions? And while you guys are doing that, I just want to chime in a little bit there on some of what Ghislain has said. So on the 10X rule, the idea is it works in actually both ways. It works in 10Xing your actions. It also works on 10Xing the amount of activity and stuff that you have to do. It also works with time. And it works in both ways. It depends on the type of person that you are. One of the challenges with setting goals for your life is, number 1, setting a big enough goal. And the other challenge is, once you set a big enough goal, then the next challenge is assessing how much is it going to actually take to achieve it. And so where the 10X rule comes in is that whatever level you're thinking is going to be required to achieve it, if you 10X that, you're going to be probably in the ballpark of the actual effort that it's going to require to achieve it. And same with time. One of the things that I've experienced in projects is that it is quite often that when people do large projects, they will set a period of time that they think that it will take place, and it is frequent to see it go significantly over budget in terms of time. And so when you're considering time, and this is where I'm saying that it works in both ways. If you are a person that tends to shortchange yourself in terms of estimating the amount of time that it will take to accomplish a given task or a project, start 10Xing the time. If you think it's going to take, a day, maybe it's going to take a period of 10 days or something like that. But it works in reverse as well. If you are a person, because there's a lot of people out there that like to drag and procrastinate and drag things out till, Jesus comes to get things accomplished. Well, the 10X also works in reverse, and that is, how do you compound more into a shorter period of time? So if you are a person that likes to put things way out there, like I was talking to a guy the other day, he's like, yeah, maybe in 10 years I'll be able to accomplish, this little goal. Well, 10X that. How can you take that and compress it into 1 year? How could you change that around and accomplish that goal in 1 year? So it works both ways. That's what I kind of like about the 10X rule, is that it really gets you a method of being able to help assess things properly, and depending on your own personal challenges that you have. If you have a problem of not setting big enough goals, 10X those. It's going to start giving you goals that are, in the realm of worth even trying for. And if you are a person that just likes to put everything out till the way out there, and you have little things, you need to increase your goals, 10X your goals, and then you need to compress your time. See how fast you can do it. Instead of 10 years, 1 year. Instead of 1 year, 1 month. Instead of a month, let's do it in a week or a day. Start thinking like that, and the 10X rule is going to really start to help shape and move you forward. So hopefully you've had a little bit of chance to write down some of your thoughts. I would be curious to hear in the chat here if somebody is willing to share in your own words, what is the 10X rule? Just what is some of your takeaways from the meeting today? And I just remembered I need to post this on the Facebook here. Let me just put that over here. Here's your questions in the Facebook chat for those that are joining us there. All right, so Ghislain says, take more 10X more action. This is awesome. And this is one of the things that I've been realizing, Ghislain, even about, our mastermind and stuff, is that just getting it out there and being able to reach people, I have to do 10 times more than what I'm doing. So more calls, more emails, more posts, more reaching out, more avenues, like more social media avenues, and then multiple different ways within the social media. You got posts, you've got reels, you've got stories, you've got direct messaging, you've got email marketing. So you can start expanding how you reach out to people in your own personal life. So anybody on here, I'd be curious to see in the chat, just type in there, what is the 10X rule in your own words? What is the 10X rule in your own words? Maybe we can get some participation there. And while you guys are thinking about that, I also want to jump down to number 3, and that is, how can you start applying the 10X rule in your life today? Some of the thoughts as I've reflected on this, when you start thinking about basic needs, what are the basic needs? Food, clothing, shelter, gas, got to have a car or some sort of transportation. Those sorts of things. I think people are looking at, prices going up, and they're just thinking about just like, oh, how do I pay this bill type of a thing. Well, 10X needs to take you out of basic needs. You should go for abundance, abundantly supply, abundant financial wealth in your life, abundant relationships, abundance in terms of the activities. I'm a person, I like adventure. One of the goals that I have is to get more adventure into my life. And so we've been taking action to increase that. How do we do that? Well, you have to commit. You have to commit to it, and you have to get out there and do it. Get on that bike, do your exercises, buy that season pass, go to commit to the gym and start going every day. I heard a story the other day about a guy that, in order to get him into the habit of going consistently, he bought a gym membership. And for the first 90 days, he would just go for 2 to 5 minutes to the gym. And people were like, what are you doing? like, what can you possibly accomplish in 2 to 5 minutes at the gym? And why would you even buy a membership for that? But he knew that it takes that long to develop a habit. And so that's what he did. He just got into the habit of going to the gym every single day. He didn't, 2 to 5 minutes. Like, who can't do that? 2 to 5 minutes. And at the end of that 90 days, he started increasing his time. He started increasing his time at the gym, and that's how he was able to root the exercise habit into his life. And I like that. Consistency, building consistency in your life is part of that. So we got some good ones here. First off, I need to quit thinking so small. Think bigger, 10x my thoughts. Yes. We got John here. He says, assessing your current situation, determining to 10x that situation, setting action and time goals that are reachable, but that stretch you. Yes. Fantastic. So our time is running out here, and we're going to have to get ready to get going. But I wanted to just say that for the upcoming masterminds that we're going to be doing, we're going to be having focused discussions and focused little presentations. Sometimes we might have a interview. Sometimes we might have a little presentation like Ghislain gave us. Other times we're going to have a discussion that this is a mastermind, so it is very flexible. The point of it is that we want to be able to start giving people ideas, fresh approaches on how to make more money. And for our own self, like, this is actually, in some ways a selfish thing, because Ghislain, Chris, who I don't know what happened to him, but we're going to, hopefully he's okay. And myself, we want to 10x our goals. And when we achieve those, we're going to 10x those again. And then when we achieve that, we're going to 10x it again. Like, this is something that is a part of our life now, of non-stop, continuous growth, personal development, and moving forward in our lives. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to cover every conceivable aspect of those types of topics, and particularly how it relates to actually driving the income in our lives. Because whether you like it or not, without income, without abundant supplies of income, you are very limited on the options that you have available to you in your life. It's just a fact. So we're going to be talking about that. So I'd like to transition now, Ghislain and everyone, over to a little bit about the boot camps, because we want to make this available to you guys. And I would say this is probably one of the, can you guys see my screen now? So what is the 10X Business Boot Camp? Well, the 10X Business Boot Camp basically focuses on 3 foundations: sales, marketing, and then mindset, and in the context of the business and the marketing and the sales cycle. So when you go to one of these events, like Ghislain and Chris and I have all been to these, actually a couple of them. When you go there, you fly to Miami and you spend 3 days in full seminars, in going through programs that walk you through how to develop out your business. Oh, looks like we've got somebody here that was trying to join.
He's not in. It's okay, Rick.
He's
Yeah.
now in. Okay, good. All right. So the boot camps help you to be able to focus on getting your business set up and developed with proper goals, clarity of focus on what your mission, who your target audience is, but then also giving you a realistic idea of the marketing and the business cycle and the marketing and the sales and how you can tie all of that together for your business. It is a game changer. And I would recommend this whether you have a business or not, whether you are just a person that's just thinking about how can I increase my capacity for growth and producing income. Go to the 10X Business Bootcamp. You will be exposed to a whole new way of thinking and approaching. And one of the things that I really like about it and why I think this is applicable to everyone, that's why we're making it available to everyone here, is that whether you have a business or not, you as a person, you are a business. You are a brand, you are a business, and what many people are doing is they're not taking advantage of that. And so this 10X Business Bootcamp will help start getting your mind around the idea of how you can even create a personal brand, a personal business, and 10X your life through that. And not to mention all the people that you will meet. That's how I met Ghislain and Chris. It is through events like this and the network that it opens up for you. So this is the 10X Business Bootcamp. This is the one that's happening in Miami. There is the interactive one. If you are not able to fly down to Miami, but you think you'd like to attend and you'd like to do something like this virtually, then you can do it this link here. And I put all those in the chat. I'm going to just maybe put those in the chat again here. I got to get out of here real quick. So let me just. So this one is for the Miami. All right. So here's the link for that one. And if you want to do the interactive, this is in November boot camp. I'll give you that one here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and my chat go. I'm going to stop the share here. Pull up my chat again. All right, here's that link as well. All right, so with that, we want to thank you guys for joining us. We will be doing this once a month. It's going to be at the same time, same channel type of thing. We will send out emails and invites to all of you who have attended. And we'd like to encourage you to start attending and also invite other people that you think might benefit from attending these types of masterminds. So we have a lot in store. We have a lot planned going forward, and additional offers that we'll be able to make available. Some will be paid, like this one for the boot camps. Some will be free. Some will be and in a variety of areas. So as Chris meant, or as Ghislain mentioned, he's into the real estate investing and training. So he will be sharing some of the offers that his company, imofacil.ca, is doing. Chris is into real estate. He's a real estate broker, and he's also a business coach. He will be sharing offers. And then, of course, I'm into the business and enterprise coaching, so I'll be sharing offers as well. So we're going to be doing a lot of things, sharing offers, sharing ideas about how to make more money. We're going to also be sharing things that you can do for personal growth and development, on how you can increase your own skill level, your own mindset, and be able to start taking you to those 10x levels. So Ghislain, thank you so much. Don't know what happened to our good friend Chris. I'm going to try to get a hold of that guy after this and make sure he's okay. And we want to thank all of those who joined us today. I hope you have a 10x day, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.